good morning, and welcome back to the desk of the 389 Project. Today, we are going to solve a problem. While we were shooting the video for the hood, grill, and hinges, um, they're just too complicated. They're a pain in the butt. Okay, let's just face it. They're a pain in the butt. I'm sorry to you guys, you first 23, 24 guys out there that are getting the kits. They're a pain in the butt. Watch the video. We'll help you get it. We'll help you get through it. If you need to, send me a message and we'll help you get through it. So anyway, we're gonna try to fix that today. So I figured, what the heck? I'll take you along on the process, and that's what we'll do. If we have to, we'll build an all-new hinge today. We're going to start with the older ones, and bear in mind that they are sized right now for the Italieri, even though the width is correct. And we're they're going to sit a little bit. They're going to sit a little bit below my front end, which is what we're going to be using today for measurement purposes in the program. So what we have here is we have a grill up, we have a front end up, we have some hinges up, and we have a blank page up. So we're going to just start there. We're going to start with the grill. We don't need the details, and so we are going to copy that object, and we are going to paste it over here into a blank page. All right, there she is. I'm going to grab some hinges. I'm going to copy them. Paste them in. And we are going to copy this front end. And we're going to paste that in. It may take a minute because there's a lot of parts to that. Alrighty, there we go. We're going to take that front end. We're going to move it somewhere right here underneath this grill. All right. A little bit of room for the bumper there. All right. Now we're going to take these hinges and we're going to move them back over here. Put them in all right. Somewhat of a proper orientation here. Now we'll move them around accordingly. And I haven't decided yet whether I'm just going to do the modification to the hinges and let you guys put them on. Oh. Or if I am going to do or if I'm just going to make them part of the grill, which may be the ultimate another thing I'm going to do is clean that hole up today. That looks about right. Look from the front here. May not have to do a whole lot to them at all. That alignment is not bad. That alignment is not bad. Not quite setting on though. Okay. What did I grab there? A little far, I think. See if that's okay. That is setting in there some. Okay, that's good. As long as we don't get some distortion here on the front. Oh, this may turn out to be easier than I thought. I probably should have done this in the first place. No distortions there. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, because one of the things I'm noticing here, and I noticed when we were doing the video, is I intentionally made them pretty thick. So they would be strong once you glued them in. I may thin them up just a little bit here. So, and then we'll yeah, I may just thin them up just a little bit here. Let me grab this front end and get it out of here for right now. Hinge. Not uncommon for it to leave a bunch of little residual stuff for me around for me to also get rid of. Yeah, I can lose that bracket too, because I am going to mirror it back. Oh, okay, and we're back. All right, so we have gotten rid of all the residual parts of that, gotten rid of that. We've got this approximately, got this hinge, and we'll just mirror one over, is basically all we're going to do, guys. We're just going to mirror one over. We're going to just copy that and then mirror it, and it'll make the opposite side. So we're going to get rid of the grill. And we're going to do a little bit of modifying to this. We're going to thin it up today a little bit. So, you know, when this thing starts, it's a little flat piece, and so we want to go through and grab all of these faces. We want to grab the whole kit and caboodle. All right. And then we're just going to thin it up a little bit. Doesn't look like we need to do any twisting or any of that weird stuff, which I kind of thought we were going to have to do today. Oh, you know what? We're just going to scale it. Wait a minute. Doing the wrong damn thing. Is not doing what I wanted to do. I'm going to stop. About half of what it was before. Because now we're going to bring the grill back in, because unfortunately when you do these kinds of things in this particular program, it moves them. So I'm going to grab it again. I'm going to move it back over. All right, now see, that's looking a little bit better. And the reason it's looking a little bit better is because it now, if you'll look here, before it was pretty much clean out to this point right here. And that does not leave you much room to put your grill mesh in, which is something else I'm actually working on, but that's very complicated. A billion little tiny oval circles into a sheet is a little more complicated than you think because it's a whole lot of information. So I think one of the other things that we're going to do here is we're going to go back over to this, and we're going to grab this little bad dude right here, which is our it is our hinge hole in the front end. Okay, and then we're gonna paste that in here. Okay, there she is over there. And we're gonna bring that puppy over here. And we are gonna clean up this hole, because when I did it originally, I originally did all this. I mean, I originally did this whole entire project for my own purpose, you know. So I could build a 389. That was the main focus of everything that I was doing. I learned all this stuff so I could make a 389. It was only a little bit later that it hit me that you guys might want to make a 389 too. And why should I hoard all of this stuff for just myself? And all right. Now, let's just do this. Okay, I'm thinking that I'm just going to mold these right into the grill, is what I think I'm going to do. So we're going to select all. We're going to copy this object. We're going to paste this object. Then we're going to mirror this object on the global, which should give us an opposite effect on this hinge here. I'm going to grab everything. We're going to move it all over here, like so. Okay, so it's just barely touching that wall. This is what we want. It's barely touching the front wall, which is what we want. Move this one over just a hair too, because I can make up the space with the new hole going through there. The thing that we got to be careful about with this is the hood fit. And we're not going to know that you know what, on second thought, just on that note, I think I'm going to bring them in just a little bit. Because that hood has to touch. That hood has to have room to come in there and do that. So I think we're just going to attach them to the front wall, just like the original plan was. And that one in just a hair too. So basically what we've done is we've just thinned them up a little bit to leave you room to put your grill mesh in. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab this front end again. I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to paste it again. Let's see what we get. All right, there she is. And we're going to move her back over here. We're going to come around and we're going to look at the spacing right here. All right. It's not too bad, but let's just, for giggles, no, let's not do that. Undo. Let's just move this just a hair. A little better. Let's look at the other side. Do the same thing here. Slide that over just a tad little bit. Leave ourselves just a little gap there. All right, and I think that is a properly readjusted front end. We'll grab all this stuff now. It's not going to grab everything, guys. Here's some bolts and stuff that are on there that are going to go wonky as soon as I move this thing. All right, they're going to go all kind of funky. So don't freak out. It's just we're not using this. Ah, darn it. we're not using this in the in this anyway, so we're just going to delete the whole darn thing anyway. So, oh, grab the hinge. Don't want to do that. Yeah, oopsie. Undo the move. And we're just going to bring it down. And look at there. See clean through there, can't you? You can see right through that hole. And that is exactly what we're looking for right there. All right, so we can delete that. Forgive me, guys. I smoke a lot. We're going to delete this grill. Or no, wait a minute. No, we're not. Oh. And delete all these little residual parts here. Or actually, I take that back. Yes, we are. Because we're going to mold these straight into the darn grill. We're just going to quit messing around with this here thing. So we're going to delete that. We're going to copy those. All right. Then we're going to go over here to our full grill. And we are going to paste those bad dudes right in there. Just like that. Okay. Then we're going to select everything here. We are going to export this object. I'm going to give it a new name. We're going to call it a Crown and Grill Modified with Hinges. We're going to save that bad dude. Okay, then we're going to go over here. We're going to close out all these pages. All right. We are going to open, let's just do plain old Cheetah Box. We are going to, oh, wait a minute. You know what I did? I'm not sure where the heck I saved it. Ah, dummy me. So we'll just do it again. Export. And yeah, I saved it in the wrong darn place. Forgetting where my files are. Let's go there. There we go. Now we're gonna save it in there. Okay. Now we're going to go to Cheetah Box. We're going to move in. Grills. Okay, there it is in Cheetah Box with the hinges. I don't see any huge issues there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give it a flip. We're going to rotate it. $180. You know what? I'm going to rotate it the other direction because we're going to do a secondary test here. We'll rotate that 90. We're going to scale it. It needs to be, let me double check something here real quick. Straight down that. Straight down that. Okay, shouldn't change the width any. We're going to scale that to 55. We're going to move it up here. Alright, then we're going to bring in front end. I'm going to rotate that. Not, whoop. I'm going to rotate that 90 there. And then we're going to rotate it 90 there. And we're going to scale it to 46. Do a quick measurement here. Ah, there we go. I'm going to scale it to 45. And that should do the trick. Then we're going to move it right there. And bingo. That should give us exactly what we're looking for. See that little spread right there? A little spread there, a little spread there. That should give us exactly what we're looking for. All right. Now we're gonna delete that. I'm gonna rotate this back on the blue. Oh. over. And this will be another thing that I'm going to have to learn. With these hinges on here, I'm going to have to figure out how to cut them out of the supports. I have a nice method for cutting the other ones out. Oh, here we go. Issue 1. Okay, we're going to have to reduce the numbers. Maybe. Rotate on the blue. 90. Alright, so we are not going to get... Oh boy, that's kind of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. As we say here, we are not going to sacrifice quality for time. So instead of printing 6 at the same time, we're going to print 3. So it's a whole bunch more prints, but it's going to bring the quality, and that is what we're looking for. And then I currently have the flash drives in the thing, so we're going to save these in the master file, and then we'll move them over to the then we'll move them over to the flash drives. And we're going to slice those bad dudes up. Save it. 2 hours, 47 minutes, looks like. I want to save those to Cheeto Box 389 files. Crown modified grill with hinges. 7 bar times 3. Okay. Write that file. And then the rest of it's actually pretty simple stuff. Alright, that's done. So we'll close that out for right now. We'll bring this back in, and we're going to delete that. 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 Okay. With hinges, 3 bar. Okay. And we're going to delete that. We're going to delete that. We're going to delete that. No bar. Undo it all. Select all. And we're going to save that. And the 7 bar. Now we're going to save the whole darn file because it was something different before. With hinges. All right, and that is that. The next part of this that will happen, as soon as I get some prints off of the printers that are going right now, I will print a copy of this, and we will give it a test, and then we'll see you in the video. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We are now about 3 hours later, and these just came off the printer. Alrighty, set those two over there in case I screw this one up. I'm gonna figure out how to get them off the supports here. Darn it, I see a problem already, which means that these 3 are not going to be any good because there are supports going up to those 2 upper hook fasteners with the least amount of damage I can, so because that doesn't help me any. More times I have to reprint them, well, you know the story there. Yeah, a couple things I'm gonna have to do there. Every now and again, that final layer right there just decides it wants to stand up. So if you get them, you get one that's got one, just grab your little X-Acto, cut that bad dude off. It'll be fine. All right, so there you go. Let's throw that away. These haven't even gone into the cleaning solution yet, so I mean, this is literally fresh, hot off the press. Okay, so let's grab our frame here with our front end on it. I'm not going to try to do it for the Italia. They're both exactly the same size. It works for one, it will work for and let's just looky there. Looky there. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to do it for the Italia area because now we have to. Excuse me a second, guys. Now pin 1, Maybe this hood will just stay right on here after I pull these pins. Nope. Boy, oh boy, look at that. Alrighty. Slide that bad dude right in there like that. Bring this one over. We got a little divot right there. Okay, pull that off. Alright. Slide that right over in there like that. And slide this pin in there. Come on, baby, go in there. Look at that. Look at that. Just what we needed to do. Alright, just exactly what we needed to do. Perfect size, perfect everything. Last thing to double check and triple check and quadruple check is, did we do it right for the hood? So here we go. Grab our little piece of sandpaper there, even though this one hasn't even been cured yet. Get down inside that hood. Whoop. I see an issue right here. Looks like it's just part of a... Looks like it's just part of a... Where did they go? There it is. Looks like it's just part of a support here. Yeah, that's all it is. Alright. So there's not one on the other side. Okay, so... And I'll adjust all that stuff, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll adjust it so the supports don't show up on yours, and if they do, you just saw how to fix it. I have to go back and redo these anyway, and I'll show you why here in just a second. I'm just gonna give them a quick sand. Like I said, this hadn't even been cured yet, so we're just doing this for the purpose of this video. Heck, it hasn't even really been washed. So, problem with this is right here on the top. You'll notice that a couple of the supports attached to the huck bolts or the huck fasteners on the top. That's unacceptable. We can't have that. So I will have to go back and fix that when we Alrighty, Jiminy Christmas. Man, I think we got it right on the first shot. Tiny little separation right there. Let me see if there's something in here hanging it up. And while it doesn't leave you a whole lot of room for that grill mesh, it definitely leaves you some. Okay, so we're good there. I don't know. I may have to move that hinge over just a hair. Just a hair. There's a little bit of a separation here. Get the light back over here. A little bit of a separation right here. Okay, so I may have to move that hinge over just a tad bit.
kind of the same on the other side. So I think we're going to have to move that hinge over just a tad. Maybe even narrow it just a little bit more. It feels pretty darn sturdy. It feels pretty darn sturdy. Just wonder, let's do this while we're here. Tell you what, just hang tight just a second here. Let's get this thing to a finish level. I'm going to throw these in here and that in there. Throw them in for 2 minutes. Good. See if we can solve the problem. All right. And this is how you ought to get them. Oh yeah, see, I still feel some stuff there. All right, well, that could be part of the problem. So let's move over to a little bit more. Yes, sirree, Bob, that could be the problem. That's feeling better. And once again, folks, you can see I'm not putting any real muscle into this. It's some very, very, very light sanding. Just to top off those where those supports were. That's all you really got to do. And of course, those couple of spots up on the corners. And you want to be really careful about those because there are hook fasteners right in that territory right there. And so, you know, you want to be a little careful about it. Because you don't want to take those hook fasteners off unless, of course, you want to go out and get some of your some of those little decal rivets. I believe they're made by Anderson or somebody like that. I got a bunch of them around here somewhere, but so yeah, that feels a whole lot better. And that fits a whole lot better. There we go. Now we're talking. And once again, like I said before, the more you do, the better that seam is going to be. You know, don't be afraid to work it a little bit, you know, and make sure that you get a really nice seam there. It is 3D printed stuff, so, you know, it does require a little bit of work, but the goal is to make sure that you don't have to do a massive amount of work. That's what I don't want. Oh yeah, that cleans that seam up real nice. There we go. That cleans that seam up real nice. All right, let's do the other side. There you go. Yeah, that cleans that seam up real nice right there. Very cool. All right, so we have stumbled once again. Other than that, we will end this video and we will consider the problem solved. We will move forward. I want to thank you all for sticking by me and watching these darn videos. Anyway, we came up with a problem. We had a problem. We came up with a solution, and that's what we're here to do. Everybody have a beautiful day. Happy modeling, and enjoy. The 389 project is coming your way.